as I walk and as I run to every casino in the state. Roads that have curves or are straight, hit 'em all, Nevada.
Good morning, everyone. For those of you watching, I want to thank you again. Today is day 20 and the final day of Hit 'em All, Nevada. It's already here. You know, I thought it was going to be 30 days and it ended up being 20. So I was 10 days short, but I had no idea at the time. But yeah, you know, there's a certain sadness to know that they're done, and a certain gladness that I'll be going back home and getting into my own bed once again after all this time, 3 weeks. It's been a blast. It really has. I will say this. I think I mentioned to you once already that even though I am playing all of these games in all of the casinos for this challenge, that doesn't mean that I also still play without the cameras on. And that is because I need to maintain my slot status. And in the sense of needing to keep my points up and my status up at the Riverside, I played last afternoon, and I played that quick quads that I mentioned to you were my favorite machines. Not favorite, but they're just a fun machine because the strategy requires a little bit more. Well, I was playing and I was playing Triple Double. Now, Triple Double is a game I never play because it only plays 2 to 1 for 3 of a kind. However, if you happen to get 4 aces with a kicker, 2, 3, or 4, it pays the same as a royal. And I play 5 play, but I only play for nickels. So that means to play 5 hands, it's only $1.25 a hand. So I put in $100. You know, perfectly, it happens a lot of times. You just lose the 100 and, you know, good try. But I had some luck this afternoon. That $100 went down to 20, and then I hit a quad aces for 1,000. That brought me back up, and I kept playing, and then I hit quad aces. I only held 1 ace, and I got 3 aces and a kicker for 4,000 nickels, which is $200. Fabulous. Then a few hands later, I held 3 aces, and on one of the hands I also caught quad aces with a kicker for another $200. Now, that money does not enter in on the statistics for this challenge, but just so that you know, feels kind of good to have that money, you know. Anyway, it's fun to win the game, so that kind of made things a little sweeter, I will admit. So I'm here at the Golden Nugget right now. I'm gonna go ahead and park. The Golden Nugget in Laughlin. All right, so here I am at the Golden Nugget in Laughlin. And as I have mentioned before, this is one of the places that I get comped rooms up to 4 nights at a time for free, even weekends, because I give them good play. They have 2 machines that I really enjoy. They have a full pay 8-5 bonus spin poker, and they also have triple play ugly deuces. And I play those enough that they give me these comps. However, I don't like to stay here. It's the least desirable place for me to stay because their customer service is so poor and their internet is poor. Now, when I say their customer service is poor, I don't mean necessarily that they're mean or rude. It's just that whoever their manager is just doesn't seem to care about their customers. Once I came here and the internet was completely down. I was staying for 4 days, and I asked when it would be up, and they said they didn't know. They're working on it, and for the entire 4 days, it was never up. So I had to drive over to McDonald's in Arizona in order to do the internet things that I needed to have done. Another time, both elevators were out, and this is when my knee was really bad. I had that torn meniscus, and it was difficult walking upstairs, and I was on the 2nd floor. They had no rooms on the 1st floor available. So, and they didn't give me any help. I had to walk up with my bags myself extremely slowly and painfully to the second floor. And they said, well, both the elevators, they should have it fixed before you leave. They never had it fixed. It seems to me if I'm the manager of a hotel and your customer service, your elevators are down, you don't wait for the part to get to you. You do overnight, express. You get that part there the next day. And there's no excuse for these things. And so consequently, I avoid staying here unless it's, I have to have, I need a place to stay, and I'll stay here at the last second. Aside from those complaints, it's a pretty nice little casino, except you have to admit it's a very old casino. The roof is very small. I have to talk a lot. There's a lot of music. And it's very pretty. If you look here, if you remember the Mirage, this is like a mini Mirage, if you will. The atrium here, they got a nice little fireplace. Right here, over here is the Claim Jumper restaurant, which is pretty nice. I have a lot of comps here. I don't use them too much because aside from eating at the Claim Jumper or their restaurants, and I've already said many times I don't like eating alone. I just don't tend to use them, but they're there and they don't expire, so it's not really a problem. But if you look here, you can see how small the roof is. It's old school, so even though I think they do the best they can in order to keep the smoke at a minimum, and fortunately not as many people smoke nowadays as they used to, it helps. It's not too bad. But they have a good array of machines. They pretty much cover all of the newer machines. They also have a bar that overlooks the river, as most of these places do. They have two very nice restaurants downstairs. Both the Steakhouse and Bubba Shrimp. And the Bubba Shrimp is pretty good sometimes, but again, aside from their clam chowder, I'm just not a big fan of most of their food. So anyway, the casino is pretty basic. It's kind of a box. And like you say, look at the roof. I literally am I'm 6 feet tall. And it's just a foot above me. So it's really a small roof. And, outside of that, it's okay. It's okay a casino. And like I say, if they were to take the two machines that I like to play out, then I would not be coming here anymore. It's really that simple. So anyway, let's find a machine and we'll get going. Well, we're going to play something just a little bit different here. We've got a lightning link with a good major on it. And it's called Dragon's Riches. We'll do our 2-cent usual amount. Come on now. All right, we'll play one together here. All right. Let's do another here. That was a little bit of a profit on there. Not there. Okay, we'll be back. All right, we got 10 more spins here. As you can see, it's been teasing me a lot. But one more. Nope, you need 3 of those dragon inside a sun or ball, whatever it is, to get the free spins. Or you need 6 balls, as usual, for these lightning links. A lot of teasing, but no bonuses, no features. Come on now, you can do this. We have 3 more spins. There, 3 more. Nope. 2, nope. All right, our final spin. And our bolt pass. Is it a winner though? Is it a winner? Is it? Well, you want to call 42 cents a winner. Try it again. Oh, another shot. Is it a winner? One more. Ooh, you teasing. Okay, I'll leave it at that. All right, let's move on. We're going downstairs here, the Golden Nugget, to the Colorado River. Downstairs here, this is where you'll see the Saltgrass Steakhouse. I've eaten there on an occasion. Good, not great. And over here is the famous Bubba Shrimps. One of the nice things about Bubba Shrimp here is that you can request a table on their patio. Oh, air conditioner works. So they have a nice little area here, and they have it screened off so you don't have any bugs, but you have a nice view of the river. You're right out over the river, which is really nice. All right, we're going to take this little river walk from the Golden Nugget to next door, which is the Pioneer. And the Pioneer is an interesting place. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we get there. So the Pioneer is a very old casino, and it's really like, if you can imagine, the 50s, and I don't think they've done much to the inside of it aside from taking all of their table games out. It's now just basically a slot house. They never have really had very much business. It's a motel, so that, you know, if you want to stay at the Pioneer, it's, you know, you can park right by your room, which, you know, as I have learned this trip, is kind of convenient. But their rooms are old and a little on the dingy side, so not for me. And you can rent jet skis if you so wish. And here we are, as you can see, we are approaching here. They do have, I will say, one of the most beautiful back lawns, the Pioneer does. We'll see a little bit more of that as we come by. But look at all these. It's there preparing for a big summer, no question about it. All right, jet ski rentals, jet boat tours. They do a couple of tours. They do one that goes over to the dam, which is fairly close.
I'll come back.
And another in the other direction that goes to the London Bridge, and that's a much longer tour. So I'm going up the stairs here. I've got to pay attention because you know me, I'm prone to fall. Remember, in the Pioneer, you may not bring your firearms or your knives. All right, let's take a look here once again at their area. They do keep this up so nice. Very beautiful area. All right, let's go on inside. You know, it's a small place. Once again, they take advantage of a bar overlooking, and you know, at night they have live music here, which is really nice. Right over there, as you can see, they have live music and dancing, and this can actually be a pretty fun party sort of place. You know, especially on the weekends. And all right, so we have all the machines here. I have to decide to play something. I'm going to look around. I'm not going to talk. Stay too much. I don't want to catch another copyright. You know, as careful as I have been on this copyright business, I got nabbed yesterday again. They found some kind of song in there that I hadn't heard of, but you know, I had to get that cleaned up. Well, why not? The old Huff and Puff Money Mansion that a lot of people don't like, but I seem to like. Let's give this guy a whirl, shall we, in the Pioneer? Okay, I got my 40 bucks in there. This is $1 minimum, whereas the regular Huff and Puffs usually have a 75-cent minimum. But they've got some very hefty progressives that have not been hit yet. Only that 7,500. All the others are still open. The 400 in the major also. But you know, you never know. You always can dream. That's the thing about this whole business, is that even if you don't do well for entire season, you can still dream. That's all I got, is I got dream. All right, once again, back down to our last 10 spins. I have not done well on this. It's I've not even gotten my money, my bet back. You know, you need 3 of these deeds, which is, you know, equivalent to the saw in the other games. And you know, the hats. You got these guys that pop up occasionally, but Doesn't seem to be helping me today. Okay, 5 more. See? There's a tease. There's a tease for you. Deep, deep. 3 more. 1. No. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that was my last spin too. All right. No, we get nothing. All right. Well, Pioneer let me down. Mansions let me. Well, here we are at Harrah's Laughlin. Needless to say, for the longest time, this was my home casino here because during my Diamond and 7-star days, they would always give me a nice room, and even rooms sometimes for my parents. I was able to give my parents, at the time, tickets to go see concerts. They really enjoyed Natalie Cole when she was here. So, you know, some of the nice perks back in the days when they treated their players with a little bit of dignity. But those days are behind us now, and so I'm going to go into Harrah's and I'm going to play a game to fulfill my challenge, and then I will be leaving this place. They do have live poker, which is, you know, nice. It's a 3-6 limit game, and you know, if you feel like playing, this would be the place to play. And they do have another Guy Fieri, you know, Mexican place with posh pricing, but, you know, pretty decent food, quite honestly. But, you know, I don't know, not for me. All right, a lot of music in here, a lot of noise. They have a very nice cafe here, I must say. The food is good. And we're going to go ahead and walk through this a little bit. And as long as I keep talking, I think we'll be good. It's a lot of noise. Well, it is the weekend. It's a Saturday, so it's busy, as all weekends are. And I'll go ahead and find a machine to play, and I'll make like a bandit and steal out of here. All right, that's right. I'm gonna do it. Here we go. I've got to be talking a lot because the music is really loud. We don't want to get hit. All right, there's the $20. Will I go for red or will I go for black? I've already gone for black. Let's spin it and let's find out how it goes. There, she's spinning. Where it's going to drop. It's time for black. Is it not time for black? We've had enough red. We've had a 00. We've had a 0. We've had 00 twice. Or was it single 0 twice? But we've had a green one 3 times. I remember that. All right, the ball is spinning, and I will eventually, it'll slow down a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Come on, it's about to fall. Here it comes, it's... Winner! Ladies and gentlemen, it fell on a black. Harrah's has done it for me. Who'd have believed it? Victory, victory. Victory! Victory! The room that I'm in right now used to be dedicated to nothing but video poker. They had some 9-7 double bonus with progressives here, and then they had some full pays over here. But like most casinos, they don't like video poker players, so they took out all of their video poker games. Okay, they've got a few left here, but they're all very short pay. Aside from that, it's all slots, baby, all slots. The money makers. All right, we are now at what's called the River Lodge. Now, the River Lodge, well, let's see, what's my card actually say? Let me get my card out here. It's the, that's right, the Laughlin River Lodge. Okay. I don't really play here that much because it is a place, if you remember, if you watch the Hoover Lodge, over there by the Hoover Dam, it consisted of a bunch of little casinos, including a Dottie's. That's because all those little casinos were actually also owned by Dottie's. And this is, in fact, this is a Dottie's facility. And I did not play each of those casinos because they were all connected. But you know what? Today, I think today I'm going to play, I'll just play video poker. So, you know, it won't drive me nuts. And I will play each one of the little casinos just because it's the last day. I have the time. It's still early. So why not? And there we go. Let's go on inside and let's play at each of the casinos. I'll let you know which one as we go. All right, come on in here. Welcome to the Laughlin River Lodge. All right. Okay, the first is the Dotties. Now remember, same as the other place, they offer multiple points, and they do that so that you can win gifts. Well, you know, you can trade in your points for all the gifts that normally in the old days they would give away. But see, even the video poker gives 16 times points. You know, which, you know, it's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of places like Ross's and those other supposedly discount clothing stores where they simply mark up the retail price so high and then give you a crazy discount. The same thing here goes with that. They offer all these multiple points, but then again, they just add that to the cost of the turning them in, so you're really not getting anything. But let's go ahead. We'll play one at each of these. On the upper floor, it's all Dotties, I think. I'm actually not sure. I'm pretty sure I've got this right. But let's find a video poker machine, and we'll play 25 through each one of these, and then we'll hit them all. Let's see, what is this in here? See, I haven't been here that much. It is a great place to stay, though. I'll tell you, it's got a lot of variation. Okay, it's all slot stuff. Okay, let's come over here and pick. My goodness, look at all the games. Zillions of games. All right, I'm gonna settle in and I'll get back to you. Okay, let me show you something here. Poker. Oh, it's gone. 25 cents. There we go. Look at this. Remember this? When we were in, was it Jackpot, I think? They had USA Poker. Such a rarity. It's a game I really enjoy. I don't know why, I just do. It's a short pay. They're all going to be short pay here. Let's face it. But let's have some fun with this. I'll put in $25 and we'll begin. Now, keep in mind the strategy on this is a lot different. And once again, I'm going to have to. I got to be careful not to hitting the max bet here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here we go. And play together. We've got a queen and a jack. Now remember, they only play 1-to-1 here. Ooh, 3 of a kind. That's nice. Let's do another. There's a couple of 5s. All right, that's 2 hands. I'll be back right before I hit the 20. All right, so I have 2 more hands to go. I've kind of decided. I guess I just don't remember the strategy well enough. Pardon me. To play this correctly. So I am, after this with the other ones, I'm not going to play it anymore unless I can, clean up my strategy. All right, so we've got 65. It doesn't switch over, so we lost just a little bit here. I'm going to call this one Dotties. I think that if I lived in Laughlin, which I never will, but if I did and I wanted a place, especially in retirement, that I could just go hang out, it would probably be here. They've got lots of TVs for the game. They have a lot of lounge areas, 3 or 4 different style restaurants, and some pool tables, foosball, airball, a lot of games to play. It's an all-around just kind of fun little joint, if you will. Not even a joint, it's a hotel. I have never stayed here because they simply don't like video poker players, much like the Tropicana, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But as you see, they've got all kinds of things. They decorate every inch of this place, including the ceiling, by the way. I mean, they really go all out. So I do appreciate whoever the interior decorator was. That big, huge bang has been going on. It must be a game or something. I don't know. But let's go ahead and go downstairs, shall we? All right, I've just got to report this. Now, this is a little stage. I guess there's a couple of musicians here. And it's by the elevators. And this is what they're looking at. Why in the world would you put musicians here and this is what you're facing? Just a wall and the elevators. Wow, who thought of that? All right, here is the pool area that is not a pool area because the pool is empty. So either they're gonna fix that by summer or not. I don't know, kind of strange for a place that gets so hot not to have a pool. Okay. Okay, this is called the Red Dragon. So I imagine it's the Asian theme of all of them. Let's see if I can find a video poker game and see. Let's see, you got a pool table here. You got your multiple machines again. And let's see, what else do we have? Anything interesting here? You know, everything's, oh, you can get a little photo here with the Red Dragon, which is kind of nice. All right, let's play some video poker. All right, once again, best game they have is the 8-6 bonus poker. So basically what we're doing is we're going quad hunting. Any quad's $100. And once again, we've got to be careful here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I put in $40 because I don't have any fives, but I'll just do the 20 hands as normal. Should be no problem. Okay, what do we got here? We've got a couple of 8s, maybe 2 8s. Ooh, a full house. All right, good start. All right, let's, I'll be back after 18 hands or so. All right, I have 2 more hands to go here in the Red Dragon. I am $2.50 up, so if nothing else, the worst I can do is break even here. All right, so we've got a king and a jack of diamonds. Got a king there. We're gonna have a profit this game. All right, we don't have a 6, so we go for the king, and there's the king. So we made $2.50 in the Red Dragon. So they do have a small bowling alley here, but at the moment it's closed, which is odd for the weekend. Maybe they're just open in the evening. So yeah, downstairs a bowling alley. We just left the Red Dragon, and you probably noticed I took a picture of their appetizers. Each one of these have their own little appetizer menu, which is kind of interesting. This is Villita Casino. So let's go in there and see if we can win there too. Here we are at La Villita, and we're back to the 8 set. We're just going to stick with the bonus deluxe and hope for a quad, shall we? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and deal. We got us a king and a queen. All right. Oh boy. Very well, thank you.
Did you go for anything?
No, but I appreciate you asking. Thank you. Got a couple of 3s. And now we'll count and I'll get you back. All right, I have 3 more hands to go. I'm doing pretty well. I hit a couple of flushes, which helped. And dealt 3 of a kind twice, but didn't connect. So I've got 3 more hands. We're definitely going to be a profit on this one too. We've got 3 6s. If we get another 6, it's $100. Here we go. 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay. Here is hand number 19. 4, 5, second. We got nothing. And your final hand is a couple of kings. That's nice. All right, we actually profit here $6 and 25 cents, but it'll go down to $6. All right, a profit nonetheless. Well, that just about covers here. This used to be their buffet, which has been shut down for a long time. They also used to have a Denny's here, but they also went away. So I don't know if they have a cafe or some kind of place you get food or not. I would imagine they should. But as you can see, it's a lot of wasted space, a lot of empty rooms, a lot of potential, but just nothing here downstairs except those 2 extra little casinos here. All right, let's move on in and move out. I think coming up next is going to be the Tropicana, which is the only casino on the other side of the street of the river. So no river views unless you have a really high one looking out at the river. Even though they don't appear to have a cafe, they have a very large general store. And my guess is, yeah, see, it's a deli too. So you can probably get some food here. A nice little bakery. And take a look. See, it's really large. Really nice general store. All right, we're moving on. I was pulling one of those hold the camera up while I'm driving to show you the Colorado Bell. You know, I miss the Colorado Bell. It used to be so great. Upstairs, they had a great buffet, a nice Italian restaurant, some gift shops, some dress shops. It was very beautiful. Then all of those went out of business, and finally, you know, downstairs went out of business. They had the best poker room with great dealers. They're just very sad to see it go, but it's now shuttered, and I still hope that someday somebody who wants to get in the casino business will go over there and you know, make a go of it, because it was a great casino. We are now walking into the Tropicana Laughlin, not to be confused with the Tropicana in Las Vegas that has just recently been torn down. No, this has been here a long time, and they are not affiliated with the other Tropicana, to my knowledge, in any way. But, you know, as we walk down these halls, that's the Promenade Tower right there. I have stayed in there many a time. I have stayed in this hotel many a time. And I know it seems like every hotel I go to, I say, except for the River Palms, I say that I used to be there all the time. Well, if you've been coming to Las Vegas and Laughlin for as long as I have, as many years as I have, you start picking around different hotels to stay at. And as long as they give me comps, I am there. So we're going to move down. This is the gift shop. However, management decided, I don't know when, it was a few years ago, they decided, you know, we're not making any money off these video poker players. Let's put an end to that. And they did just that. So now, you know, they don't give video poker players anything. Oh, this is new. They put in an arcade where it used to be an Italian restaurant. And now it's an arcade with absolutely no one in it. All right, good move. Good choice. And they've turned their other restaurant into a fast food. Oh, I see. Yeah. You got your porta subs and some kind of an Italian fast food joint. So things have changed. I have not been in here a while because, like I said, unless they have a good reason for me to come into a hotel, I just don't bother, because I have others that I want to give my business to that appreciate my business. No problem with the music because it's very loud in here, as you can tell. All right, and then they have this, the open counter for, I think it's the counter, it looks like it's just, you know, assorted fast food types of things. They used to have, and I imagine they still do at night, they still have live entertainment. Yes, they do. There's the stage, very nice. And then we're gonna pop right on back down into the casino. All right, and once again, another casino with, you know, all kinds of different things. Big box. There's the cafe. And where am I gonna go? All right, I guess I'll go this direction. Need to find something to play. And gosh, there's another roulette game. Should I actually tempt fate and do roulette twice? No, I'm not going to do that. I've already bored you with the video poker. So let's go ahead and play a slot machine. Let's see, you know, I feel like a moolah. Let me see if I can find a moolah, and if I do, we'll be back. All right, right towards the entrance here, where I found a moolah. The return of the moolah. This is the second generation of the machine. I'm going to play 70 cents a pop. I've got my $40 in there. So let's see how we do. And I will return to you if I get some free spins. Well, we're not getting anywhere here, I'm afraid. It's a lot of teasers where you have the entire second reel with wilds and they still don't match up. That gets very aggravating after a while. But as you can see, they're just not lining up right. It's not being nice to me. Why won't they be nice to me? I'm nice. You know, I'm nice sometimes. But yeah, let's. You know, they always throw all those wilds on the last two reels and they never match up. All right, we're down to $1.70. We've got some high energy Latino music coming from the speaker just over my head. We are down to 30 cents. We don't have enough to play. We don't even have the 35 cents, so we're done. Oh well, goodbye, Mula. All right, I am only showing this so that my friends down in San Diego can absolutely start to cry. $2.85 a gallon here in Bullhead, Arizona. We are at the Avi Casino. The Avi is right on the border of Nevada and California, and it has distinction, I spit that one out, of being the only casino in the entire state of Nevada that is entirely owned by Native Americans. Now in California, every casino is owned by Native Americans, and as in many states. But in Nevada, where gambling is legal, it's just not the case. But this one, the land and the casino is managed. The land is owned, I should say, and the casino is managed by Native Americans, the only one of its type in the entire state. Something kind of a little interesting there for you. Let's go in the right door. All right. And as you can see, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure it's a welcoming sign of some type. I have stayed here on a few occasions. The rooms are in need of a remodel, but you know what? They're clean, they're spacious, and they work. That's all that matters. So no complaints about the rooms. I only stay here, obviously, when I need, you know, a day, emergency day or what have you. So let's go in. I'm not going to stay long, but I have one machine that I always play. If it's not being used, I will play it. It's an oldie, and for those of you who like the old games, this fits right into that category. And heartbreak of heartbreak, Pharaoh's Fortune is out of service. The one machine that I was hoping would be there. All right, we are playing a game I have never played in my life, and I have no idea how it works. But you know, why not? Live on the edge here. Last day. I got my $40 in there, though 30 of it's only mine because I had $10 in free play. So I'm going to be playing, let's see, it's 30 lines, so I'll play 30 lines at 3, I'll pay 90 cents a spin, and cross our fingers I get a bonus, or a feature, if there is a feature. I have no idea. There we go. Alright, looks to me like a slot machine. Hopefully something to come up. Alright, we got us a bonus with $16 left. I gotta pick. I hate picking. Alright, so I need to get 15 more games. Ooh, there's a 20 in there somewhere. Where's the other ones? Ooh, 25. I don't know. You have to match, I'm guessing. Alright, 15. I don't know if that was the lowest one. But 15 free games, 15 free games. I got some nice line hits while waiting to get this, so let's see how this works out. Alright, we got a dead spin. There's a dead spin. Got very few dead spins when I was actually playing. So this kind of goes in line with, you know, what slot machines tend to do when they're in the bonus. They suddenly manage to learn to find where all the dead spins are at. Alright, you don't need to show me all that stuff. Look at this. All right, we're up to $4. The fountains are wild. 6 more to go. Dead spin. And dead spin. Dead spin. All right, we're down to our last free game. Here it is. And it's a dead spin. Won $7. Oh my gosh, what a horrible game. All right, so be it. 23 to 89 it goes down as a $24. Cash it out and let's head on back. Well, boys and girls, we are about to go into the Edgewater Casino in Laughlin, and the very last casino of the Hit 'em All Nevada saga. This is it, the last casino. So we're gonna go in there. I don't know what I should play. It feels like I should play something to, ceremony. I would hate to leave the last casino on a loss. So I'll probably just do a video poker so I have something to win with. And I guess you would understand that. But I haven't been here in a while. They've changed it a lot. I've heard that they've redone all their rooms and that it's much nicer. There was no PT's Express when I was here. The Denny's, I think, is new. Capriata's has always been here. But yeah, so let's take a look at the Edgewater for a little bit, and then I'll find something to play. All right, what do we have here? Oh, okay, we've got a sports book, and look at this. What's going on today? Is there a big race today? Am I missing something? Oh, maybe it's the Kentucky Derby today. Is it really the Kentucky Derby? Wow. All right. Did you happen to notice a security guy walking right next to me? And but I made it look like I was just talking to a friend. That's why sometimes these pictures don't come out too well, is because I'm holding it down, my mouth close to the speaker as if I'm talking to somebody. I've said that 100 times, but All right, so let's go down. The actual place has always pretty much been the same. There's been no great remodel in any way. They put in some new carpet. They've taken out the poker room, as most everyone has. And there's the table games and the place to play, and I guess the donut shop is down here at the end, which I won't bother to show you. And all right, let's find a game to play and call it a trip. All right, here is our final game of the last 20 days. We're going to try to play poker, bonus poker deluxe. It is my quad game, hoping for quads, and if nothing else, at least to win. So max bet, we actually can do max bet now. And we've got a Q. We have a queen and a king of spades, because we know that's 2/5 of a royal flush. We're all expecting it, right? Maybe not this time. All right, I will be back. All right, I have 5 more hands to go, and the music doesn't seem to be a problem, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the last 5 hands with you. All right, we've got a straight. That's nice. We'll take that. That's gonna help. As you see, I'm doing pretty well. That is 16. Here comes 17. I normally, no, I'm gonna 18, 19, 19, and 20. Oh, isn't that sad? They got a whole bunch of nothing on the 20th hand. Maybe we get something? No. All right, so $28.75 is $29, so I lose $1, but I still am not a loser. Okay, I will wrap it up in a little. Oh, wait a minute, before I go, I always log these in right after I drop my pin. That looks silly. All right, for those of you who care, there is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I'm not going to do this, day 5. I know it's fast. Day 6, day 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whoops. Yeah, 11, 12. That was a big day, wasn't it? 12, 13, 14, 15. You see, I put the totals there, and 16. That was the worst. Minus 307. That was just horrible. Day 17, day 18, day 19, and day 20. This is casino number 160. Now, all of this information I send to my son, who makes a spreadsheet, so it'll be nice and pretty, and he'll give me a grand total of everything. So 162. This is the Edgewater. My handwriting is so bad, the fact that my son can read it is kind of a miracle in itself. We put in 25, and we took out 29. All right, a little bit of a profit on that one, boys and girls. All right, and that's it. There she wrote. Some closing words a little bit later. So long. Hello, everyone. It is I, your Hate 'em All Nevada author, sponsor, main character, whatever you want to call it. I have finished, and I am going to be heading home, back to San Diego. And if you look on your screen, you might see I may catch some rain, not sure. It's muggy, it's 100 degrees right now. So we'll just have to wait and see. I want to give some last thoughts, if you will. First of all, I was expecting it to last 30 days. That's what I had allotted. And it ended up lasting 20 days. So 10 days shorter than I thought. Kind of surprising. I would imagine that if I had gone to all of the Dottie's and the Jackpot Jonies and some of the other like the Aztec Casino, some of these hole-in-the-wall casinos that had less than 50 machines. If I'd gone to every single one of them, I'd probably have another 2 or 3 days. But it would be extremely boring, not only for me doing them, but for you watching them. And I don't feel wrong or bad about missing them or dropping them. I think I still have a lot of content here with my 163 casinos. Wow. But I have to be honest, it's not really Hit 'em All Nevada after all. I would have to probably change it to Hit 'em Almost All in Nevada. I did miss some. Not through my intention, but through mistake or, road traffic. For example, I did not ever get to the town of Ely. The reason I didn't get to Ely, it was that time when I was going to Windover, and the road construction on the 93, I think it was so bad that I decided to take a different route, which took me almost to Salt Lake City. Well, unfortunately, Ely was on that 93 route. So I missed that. Then I missed another one when I was going from Tonopah, good old snowy Tonopah, down to oh, come on, John. Okay, I'll think of it and then I'll edit this out. Pahrump. From Tonopah to Pahrump, I missed a turnoff that would have taken me to Fallon, F-A-L-L-E-N. And I didn't notice it until I was about 80 miles past the turnoff. So it would have required me to go back the 80, then go to Fallon, which was another 65, then back. In short, it would have been another extra 250 miles. So I decided to just not do that one and go back. So it was sacrificed. So 2 towns that I know of. And there's no doubt in my mind, even though whenever I was driving and I saw the big casino signs, as I have mentioned before, I would pull over and simply find out that it was nothing more than a bar and grill with some video poker signs or some little hole in the wall that had 10 machines or something. So I didn't go to those. But I'm pretty sure, I would guess that there's probably a few casinos somewhere in the inland from the freeway that I missed, even though I did my utmost to find all of them. As I said before, when I started this trip, I did an extensive research, so I couldn't miss any. I shouldn't have missed any. But even in the research, what I learned was that the research is not up to date. So I just have to deal with that. A lot of good things on this trip. A lot of great things. I learned a lot. First of all, I'm very happy to say that I took $2,000 with me, fully expecting that I would probably have to, pick up some more at some, because Wells Fargo is everywhere in Nevada. So I'd probably have to stop at Wells Fargo, pick up some more. I was prepared for that, but I never had to. There's a phrase called the walk of shame. Now, a lot of people equate that with, the romantic thing. But in the gambling world, it also is used. The walk of shame is when you have run out of money and you have to go back to your room to get some more out of your safe, or if you have to go to the bank to get some more cash, or heaven forbid, you go to an ATM in a casino. And by the way, don't ever do that. But if you have to do that, we call that our walk of shame. I never had to do the walk of shame, and that was kind of nice. I did lose. I lost, a good sum. I will show that at the end of this video for the entire trip, the day and the trip. It's not as much as I thought I would perhaps lose, and how much I budgeted a lot. So I obviously didn't need that. Now, the car, as I said, was $1,700, with the insurance and the unlimited mileage and, my Sirius XM, so I could listen to the MLB station, which I did almost the entire time. And the cost of the hotels, the motels, I was comped a lot of them, but I did pay for a lot of them. That one in Reno, that nice motel, I have to admittedly, I paid quite a lot for it. But I'm money well spent as far as I'm concerned, because I was very happy with that. I don't know, I'm very, very grateful that I drove the entire way with no major incidents, aside from that snow trip, which I was not expecting. That was white knuckles for me. But I made it. And there were no other events, no near, accidents or crashes or none of that. So everything went very smoothly. Very happy with the car. I still don't know, because I'm going to be able to turn it in like 8 or 9 days early if I get a refund on that or not. We shall see. If I don't, guess who's keeping the car until then? But I'll find that out after I get back home. One thing that was absolutely exemplified in these videos, and a reimbursement in my head, is that slots do not pay. Almost the majority of my money was lost in slots. I don't know how much the video poker on its own was, but it was very little, because there were those $100 wins, and I never lost the entire 25. I always took out a 10, a 15, a 23, or whatever, and sometimes I had a $2 win, a $4 win, a $7 win. So, the video poker went precisely as I thought, and also it reinforces why I am a video poker player. And, I spent so many years studying for that, and I'm glad I did. And whereas I'm sure there's some people that are there saying, well, what kind of a waste of time, you sit in front of your computer and study. Hey, if you go off-roading, you practice. If you, run the marathons, or you're a runner, you practice. Well, I practice, because practice makes perfect, and it's very true in video poker playing as it is in all the other sports and hobbies and what have you. So I'm grateful I did, and I know most of the games. I figured out I really don't remember USA Poker, though I enjoy that game, so I had to finally give up on that one, because I was getting hands, I go, I don't know what to play here. And there's nothing worse for a video poker player than to look at a hand and not know what cards to hold properly. So that was nice. The entire trip was a lot of fun, and I think, you know, there were some thoughts. Should I maybe do a hit 'em all Montana, hit 'em all Oklahoma? Because, you know, those two states have as many casinos in them than as Nevada. Crazy. But I don't know. I don't know. This isn't going... I was hoping it would be more popular than it is. I was expecting more subscribers, more views, that sort of thing, and maybe they'll come with a little bit of time. But to say I'm disappointed in that is true. But I'm not disappointed in the videos that I made, in the time that I took to edit them. I spent quite, 4 or 5 months before I did this, working on how to, to learn video editing on my Power Director, which is the software that I use. Experimenting, doing things wrong, getting it right. So at least I think I did a nice job, so that they weren't just, one thing after another. They're all the same. I really wanted them to be a little different for everyone. So with that in mind, I want to say thank you very much. These videos are going to stay up on this channel for as long as YouTube will keep them there. And I hope they brought you some entertainment. And if you're ever in Las Vegas, the time that I am, please don't hesitate to tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, aren't you that guy that did the Nevada hit 'em all thing and didn't quite do them all? Aren't you that guy? So, yeah, I would be happy to talk with you and trade war stories. So until then, and I'm turning right now, I would like to say goodbye and happy trails.